Alright, so I switched guitars here. It's having a little tuning problem. Alright, so where we left off was showing you by taking the roots from that scale, the 1, 4, the 5. Most simplest chord progression there is. It's the most common. Okay, so we've done that. So got our A, our D, and our E. So now the next thing we're going to try and do is we're going to take this A, our 1 chord, and we're going to use the next A chord if we move up. So we have that shape. That's the E form. There's our root there. So the next after E in the CAGED comes D. So there's the D form for E, which remember we're going to take this shape, and the next one, the C form. There we go. There's our nucleus. So now we got the A chord there. So there's A, A. Then we're going to take our 4 chord, which we had here was the D, using that A form. And then after the D, or after the A form comes the G form. So there's that little section, the nucleus. There's our D. And then after G comes E. There's our root, D. And there's the E form. And then we just break that down and flip it like that. So now we have A and D. Last, we got the E, 5 chord E, which we had that C form. So after C comes A. So there's our E chord in the A form. Yes, it's very confusing. And then after this A form comes the G form. So the best way is you have this nucleus again. This is the 2 that we combined. So you have that. So remember on this one, on this G form, we simplified, got rid of that, these 2 fingers, put that there. So now you're left with that. So what we're trying to do is put all 3 of these chords in close proximity. So we have the 1. Just kind of showing you different ways you can hold it. Then we have the 4 chord. You just move that 3rd finger up, half step. Then you have that shape for the D. And then the E chord, as you see, was right there. Now of course you can always just bar that. This just gives a little more color. And you can also put your pinky, because that was your root there. Because there's the full shape. So if you want more of that sort of funk sound, or you just want that higher sound. So now we got alright, so we showed this for A, D, E. Then we moved that up, did this shape for A, this shape for D, that shape for E. You can just grab that. That's our nucleus there. So all we gotta do is one more. So here's our A, there's our root, so there's that C shape, C form for A. So there's your root. All you gotta do after C comes A, find your root there, and then just move it up. Now you have that A shape, so it's the same as. So remember, anytime you hit that 12th fret, you're just starting over again. So remember, all this is the same as the open. So there's our A, play it like that, or like that. And then our D, we're going to move. So there's D, right? So we were here for D. There's our root. and that's the E form. So after E form comes the D form, which is like that. And then after the D form comes the C form. So this is the one that has that little nucleus there. So we're just going to play it like that. So we have. And then for E we were here. The G form. There's our root E. So after G form comes the E form. So you just put it there. Now you're playing the E form. Same as this right there. Then we're just going to flip that over and play it more like this. So now we have A, D, E, D. So when you get into this area, there's many ways to play it. You can play it like that, where you or you can just bar here and then put these two fingers down. There's your D. And then you can go back to E. Or if you see right here, that's our fifth chord. Our fourth chord. Whole step up is our fifth chord. So you could just and then you're back to your where we started. So by these three areas, you can get all across the fretboard. And instead of doing the whole caged, you know, A here, A there, A there, A there, right? It gets a little hard for the fingers. So this is a more practical way. So you have all three of these chords in different areas. They give you a different sound. So if you got someone playing some bar chords, he's down here, you can take it alright. Of course you got your A, E, D. There you have it. Caged, simplified.